I know there's a lot of Christians right now who are looking at the situation and saying that, well, it looks like Donald Trump will not remain president for the next 4 years. I know there's a lot of people who are saying that, well, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris is definitely will be the next president and vice president of the next 4 years. All right. And I know the situation looked grim after January 6th of what happened in Washington, D.C. concerning Mike Pence and, out of all people, Kelly Loeffler, who Donald Trump promoted, and she basically betrayed him. Um, Listen, Donald Trump will be president for the next remaining 4 years. Not because of Mike Pence, not because of Kelly Loeffler, not because of anyone in this corrupt system. Because, if anything, what is showing and what the Most High is doing is exposing the corruption and those who are exactly against Mr. Donald J. Trump. Right? He will remain president for the next 4 years. Not because of what any man have said, but what the Most High have told me personally. I had 3 dreams about Donald J. Trump. Some of them were visions. Right? 3 dreams. Now, somebody told me that when you dream about the same thing more than once, listen, it is more than likely it will come to pass. All right? More than likely it will come to pass. And in order for you to turn it around, you would have to pray and fast really hard about it, right? And from my personal experience, excuse my language, folks, dreams that I know that surely come to pass were dreams that involve feces in it. Excuse my language, I'm sorry. But listen, I have to tell you like it is, right? These were usually dreams about immediate warning and so on and so forth. Now, I had 3 dreams about Donald J. Trump. Let me run them down. The first dream I had was before the election, all right? And I think the 2 other dreams were after the election, November 3. The first dream I had, I saw my sister. And she was sitting down. And she had a palm of her hand like a fist. And then she opened it up. And I saw 4 silver coins from it. And then she dropped the coin on my hand. One of the silver coins fell on my hand. And I took the silver coin. I looked at it. Right? It was American currency. American coins, right? Like a quarter or whatever. And then I looked at it. And I saw Donald J. Trump standing majestically. I flipped the coin. And I saw an eagle flying. Now, I don't have to give you the interpretation of this dream. Anybody who have a brain know what the dream is talking about, what the dream is saying. But let me just explain it. Just to explain it, right? So the interpretation is this. Well, who do you see on the faces of dollar bills, on coins? You see presidents. So I saw Donald J. Trump standing majestically on the face of the silver coin and an eagle behind it. So what the dream was telling me is that Donald Trump will be president for 4 more years. Second dream, which was not a dream but was a vision, because I remember that while I was about to go to sleep, about to lay down my head right on my bed, or maybe this wasn't a dream, or maybe it was the beginning. Okay, but anyhow, I think it was more of a vision. I saw Donald J. Trump again standing behind a podium looking fiercely. You know how Donald J. Trump had this fierce look, like he squid his eyes and he looked fiercely towards the head? I saw him behind a podium, and behind the podium, behind Donald J. Trump, was this red curtain, more like a red curtain, right straight on the stage. It was red, it was all red, which meant, the Republican Party, you know. And then when I saw him, I saw this appear right in front of me twice. It flashed twice, like a photo appearing in front of me. And then at the end of it, it says end. So the interpretation of this dream was that Donald Trump, which I saw twice flash in front of me with the red curtain behind him, the interpretation of that dream meant that Donald Trump will have 2 terms in office. So regardless what CNN and all these elites are doing, it doesn't matter. He will have 2 terms in office. All right. And then after that, it's his end. His end meaning that he will have 2 terms and that's it. He will not serve no more for presidency of the United States of America. Third dream that I had. Now, this one was definitely after the election. I was in a large gathering, more like a concert, something like that, right? And then I saw a lot of people. I couldn't see any of the faces because they were all black. When you go in the concert, you don't see anybody. You just see the person on the stage performing whatever. All you see is black. You can only see black bodies, black heads, literally black bodies and black heads. Well, that's the way I saw it. But I was in a back room, like in the backstage. The only person that I saw clearly was Donald J. Trump. I was sitting down and I saw him. He was right in front of me. And I looked at him, I walked up to him. I walked right up to Donald J. Trump. It was kind of weird. Like, it was the first time I'm meeting him. I was kind of like, it was like I was right there. Like the experience, like, the first time when you meet somebody, you're kind of shy and everything, whatever. Right? So I saw him. He was standing up. He had this smile on his face. He was so calm and peaceful. And he had this joy. He was smiling. I walked up to him and I shook his hand. Kind of smiles, kind of shy, whatever. Like, I say, oh, congratulations, sir, on 4 more years. Now, I don't have to give you the interpretation of this dream. Congratulations on 4 more years. And he shook his hand. He shook my hand, excuse me. And he didn't say nothing. He just kept on smiling. He was like at peace, at serenity, and very joyful. And then, I kind of stood there, kind of felt like weird or whatever, and I walked away. Folks, Donald J. Trump will remain the president of the United States of America. All right? Don't pay any attention to what CNN, what Twitter, Facebook, what ABC, MSNBC are saying. These are nothing but lies. As a matter of fact, what they're trying to get Christians to do, or church, whatever, to do, they're asking you for permission for Donald Trump to concede. This is what they're asking you. They're trying to get you into agreement for Donald Trump to not continue in office. This is what they're doing. And this is why I advise people to not watch these media news network, because they're liars. They're lying, and I feel like what I really feel is that they're asking the church for permission. And the moment you give up faith, the moment you stop believing, that's when they got you. That's when you have come into agreement with them that Donald Trump will not be president for 4 more years. All right? It's like the scripture says, what is it? 2 or more gathered in my presence and come in in agreement on whatever, then he shall do it. I'm sorry if I butchered the scripture, but you guys know what I'm talking about. So, even though this happened with Mike Pence and what happened in Washington, D.C. yesterday, listen, Donald Trump will remain president for 4 more years. All right. The Most High came to me and confirmed me 3 times on 3 dreams that this man will be president. All right. So we should not be disheartening because you're putting your faith on mankind. You're putting your faith on Mike Pence. You're putting your faith on Kelly Loeffler. You're putting your faith on these senators. You're putting your faith on man. You know, and there's a scripture that says, and I know I'm going to butcher the scripture, but forgive me. It says this: I look up, and from where does my help come from? My help come from heaven. That's all you need to know. Your help come from heaven. It come from the Most High. So if your help come from the Most High, listen, the Most High got this, right? He said it 3 times. The Most High came to me and told me 3 times, confirmed me 3 times that look, he will remain president for the next four more years. All right. So that's all I have to say. Don't give up hope, folks. And I urge you, every Christian or the church, whatever, everyone, to continue in praying and fasting. Even though the Most High told me 3 times that Donald Trump will be president, and I believe him without a shadow of a doubt on what the Most High told me, because that's his word. Continue to pray and continue to fast. All right? Continue to pray and continue to fast. Okay? Continue to pray and continue to fast. Don't stop praying. Don't stop fasting. Even when he become president, when he is president for 4 more years, don't stop praying and continue to fast. All right? So sit back, pop the popcorn, because it's about to get really interesting within these next couple of weeks, days, or whatever. Who knows? All right? But all I know that he will be president. All right? And continue to pray and fast. Don't give up the hope, because this is what the enemy wants you guys to do. Anyway, I'm out.